Well, it says I'm live. I just have to look in the mirror sometimes to make sure. But down in the mall, I'm doing my daily constitution of 6, 7, 8 miles, whatever the hell I do. But it's nice, little breeze here. There's a lot of tourists. I don't know. You can see what you see in the background over on the left-hand side is the World War II memorial. That's over there, and this is for people walking. It's a great city to live in, I'll tell you. I don't need a car. I walk everywhere. I do have a car only because I had them when I got here, and they're almost a nuisance than anything. But what I want to talk about really are experts, and I mean that's plagued me for a long time. And the problem is that everyone says they're an expert and they know the answer when they're not. I mean, the answers change all the time. An expert can't know everything. It's too complex of a world. Maybe they know a little more than somebody else or whatever, but they don't know everything. They can't. And it's for anything, whether it's your healthcare or your investments or what's the best career for you. And that's why the older I get, the more I feel you got to trust your heart. I used to think that, if I had all the information was perfect, then I can make a perfect decision. And I think that's a fool's game. Sure, you want to get input, what's out there. In other words, there's a new book out called Being a Scout. And that is important to me because so many of us we want to see what we want to see. So we're not out scouting. In other words, like in the military, the scout goes out and undercover kind of thing and finds out what's out there and what they have to deal with, and then they come back and tell the general what they have to deal with, and then the general tells everybody what to do, and people do or die. But I think we have to be more scouts. What we're doing is going out and doing things do or die, and because of that's the problem where the heart has a problem, is that if you're only thinking the heart and not reality, then that's an issue too. So I mean, all of life is balance, right? But there's a wonderful article about the Olympics today that brings this home, at least to me. And if you see this, the guy named Hi. You see this article? This is in the Washington Post, Tokyo, Washington Post, and his name is Bradley Allison. Okay, he's an archery guy. Okay, so he shoots arrows and bows and arrows. This article explained how the 2016 Olympics, he won 2 medals. I don't know what it is. And then his arm started hurting, and he couldn't do anything. He was going to all the doctors, all the experts, and everything, and they were just saying, "No, you got to give it up. You can't be an archer anymore." And you read that article. This is just a few years ago. And then by accident, he runs into somebody. I think his wife ran into somebody who talks about a person in Slovenia. Being Slovak myself, related to him. And he said there's a man in Slovenia who's called a bioenergeticist. Bioenergeticist, or someone who uses energy to heal people. He went to see this guy 2019, and he did like a half a dozen treatments of 10 to 12 minutes apiece. All the guy did was touch his upper body. Okay, you hear this? Something the guy who's going to every doctor in the world couldn't do shit for him and said, just give up the sport. You have to do that. This guy he finds in Slovenia, touches him for 15 to 12 minutes, for 3 days, gone. He's now an Olympian again. He's over in Korea I mean, Japan. And the last thing he won was worldwide, and he's winning everything again. The guy touched him, 4 times for 10, 15 minutes. How doctors, nothing can be done. We just don't know everything. I think the fault with our expertise and experts is that they could charge more if they pretend they know everything. And so there's no incentive. It's fuck, I don't know. I'm guessing. Try this. There's no incentive for them to do that. Or what investment? Shit, I don't know. I'm guessing. You know, what's going to work next year? What's it? Oh God, I don't know. But maybe this. That's the truth. And anybody who says anything different is bullshitting you so they can get more money from you. Seems to me, I don't know any other answer except that. Now, if you Google something else, scientific journals wrong. Okay. So now we have science, you have doctors that are wrong. Okay. We have investment advisors that are wrong. Okay. Now, these are the scientific journals. To get an article in a journal, a scientific journal, you have to be peer reviewed, they say. Peer reviewed. Now, the panel of experts in your field have to say this is real. And you have to have data and all that kind of stuff. So it's the most, accurate kind of thing that we have, I believe, in this country, versus some Yahoo at a bar saying what's right. Then at the other end of the spectrum are scientific journals, or this so-called peer reviews. Well, data has been coming out for years now, how these scientific journals, like if you Google scientific journals wrong, you'll see all the data by big scientists that have proven what they say is right to do in scientific journals is wrong from 50 to 90% of the time. Wow. Actually, they did another study on drugs that could cure certain parts of cancer, and something like 50 different drugs, only 43 they could replicate that it did it again. Yeah. So that's like 90%, whatever, that are wrong. I mean, this is what we deal in life. And I think that, I don't think that's bad. It's bad for the people who are pretending to be charlatans. And I think that's why people get upset with the government that's, you got to be a vaccine. Maybe, well, I got mine, so it doesn't. But they're not positively right. I drag my feet because who the hell you put shit in your body and you don't know? And even though the science says it's right, science is wrong 50% of the time. So, hey, but for the greater good, I mean, I don't know. These are personal decisions. People have to make them themselves. And I don't know, being old, they say you should get it being old because you have a bigger chance of dying if you get COVID. Well, I say that's probably, I have a bigger chance of dying just because I'm old. So I'm not sure how to balance that out sometimes. Anyway, that's it. But it to me, what it is be careful about experts. I mean, people go on and they show you a little, hey, look at this guy did this. You could do it too. Well, don't bet the farm on it. And you don't know if they're right or wrong. It's really boiled down. Somebody says something and works. Maybe they proved it once and it works once. But whether it'll work for you or work again is a crapshoot. So the way to do that is just don't pay for anything. Unless you have money to piss away, and it doesn't matter, and you want to pay for an idea. But other than that, it's crazy because nobody could back up if it's right or wrong. And that's why I just did a video a little while ago on Let's Go Help. My biggest fear is that I know everybody who joins will probably not get a grant, even though hundreds of millions of people get grants every year and all that kind of stuff. But there's too many, variables to guarantee everyone will get a grant. Yep. So I can't do that. But I'm sure people listen to me and they think I'm saying everybody could get a grant. everybody can apply, and hundreds of millions of people do get grants and all that kind of stuff. But whether you're going to get one or not is between you and the person giving out the money, and I have no control over that. I don't know. I don't know if you will or not. I could only tell you where to try. These are the best places to try. A lot of people get them there. I don't know if you will. Like this woman that wants to go out tomorrow night. I don't know if she's going to go out with you. So that's it. But it that's why the guarantee or the implicit, and I do that too, unfortunately, only because they motivate you. And that's why the other one I do on the backside is I'll give you your money back no matter what. I mean, so you tried, you learned the system. And I think the biggest thing that happened to me, I mean, there are a bunch of big things that happened the last couple of days. And one was the video I just did about the member who was a member for a long time and paying monthly, because we've been on this for about a year now, and has not get a grant, and he's fine. He says, that's okay. I will keep trying, because of what he gets from all the people who are members. And I guess what people will help. Like the people who help me do this and answer some of your questions and everything, I don't monitor what they do. I don't even train them to do it. I don't want to tell them what to do because I'm not sure what will work, what to do. I mean, there's certain things, and they'll see what I do and copy or whatever. But they're actually researching themselves. They like to research. They like to help people. That's the criteria. You like to research and you like to help people. That's all I'm looking for. If you have a sympathy for people's struggle, that's what I'm looking for. And really, people that join Let's Go Help, that's what I want. I want members who are sympathetic to other people that are trying to do what they're doing, because they're there too. There's thousands of them there, and they need help more than we could give them. And that's why I hope that you see those people that put in a question and they're still not getting an answer, or, hey, I know a better way than Let's Go has. Why don't you try this? This is what I hope we can build. And that's why I have Let's Go Help 2. So we have two places, and Let's Go Help 2 is another platform that's not part of YouTube, or not YouTube, what the hell is it? Facebook. Yeah. It's not part of Facebook. And so we don't have all that other crap, that Facebook advertising and the scam people that sneak in and all that kind of stuff. We have none of that in the new one because it's a separate website and not a big platform like Facebook. And we have it broken down by state. So you could help other people in your state and share with them what you know. Other people could help you in your state because they tried certain things, and they could share with you what they know. That's why I built it around a state, and that's why our state mini grant reports. Now, so even if you don't want to join, so you could do that for $5.95 and get a mini grant report from Let's Go Reports. .com. Let's Go Reports, REPORTS. I think that's how they still spell it. Sometimes they change spelling on me. I learned it one way, and somebody goes in there and change how you spell words. I guess that's part of the hackers doing stuff like they changed the spelling. So it is, that's why I'm trying to keep everything as cheap as possible so we could just stay in business. And that's why the profit we're making, I'm trying to give back into our own personal grants. So we just give out, $15,000. We'll give out, on July 4th, we'll give out another $15,000 this July 4th. And that is wonderful. And actually, one of the people won last July 4th wants to give scholarships to people to join. Now, that to me is oh God, I mean, what a thing that, people are taking their grant money and using it to pay for scholarships for people who can't afford the $20. And I just never experienced anything like that in my life. I don't. We all try to be nice and kind, and I'm an asshole at sometimes too, like we all are. But I've never seen that happen. At least anything that I've been involved in, and that's just a wonderful thing. And I feel very grateful and happy I'm still alive and have the energy to keep going. And I will till I fall over dead. I see chat's not working. What the hell am I doing wrong over here? Uh, Come on, chat may not be visible yet. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it wasn't visible, but I see people are chatting a little bit anyway, not much. Maybe because it wasn't visible. Black in biology. Ooh, black in biology. I agree. At least 5 years of observation for FDA approval. Right. Um, yeah. So you have to learn to live with risk. You have to learn that you're not right. Nobody is all the time. And that's why I think, being humble and saying that you're not right. The problem is people want you to believe they're right and they know the perfect answer. I mean, to me, when I try to sell people sources, I say, try this. Yeah. I can't guarantee it work, but this is worth trying. And that's about all I could do. Yeah. Um, is get people to try these and what the person who is still paying, and even though didn't get anything, said he learned so much from other people. He seems to be growing as a person, and comfort that there's so many other people that have the same struggle. I think that's what life is not feeling stupid that you're struggling. And I think that's what experts do. They say you're stupid, you're dumb because you don't know this secret answer. Fuck, that secret answer is not going to work anyway. And that's the secret to his answer, that his answer is not likely to work, And so he or she looks down on you condescendingly. Don't you know this? Oh my God, everybody knows that. And they make you feel foolish. So we walk around on eggshells. We know we're stupid. Yeah. But we have to pretend we're not in order to get paid. And how do we get rid of that? So we can say, oh, fuck, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Let's guess together. And that's what I look for. Medical doctors or whatever. So many people sort of explore things together. They're guessing, but they know more about stuff than I do. So I don't do some asshole thing and jump off the side of a cliff. And they could help you stop things like that, so-called expert. But to find the magic formula, like this guy who shoots arrows and couldn't for 5 years until he saw somebody 4 times for 10 minutes apiece. Wow. Who would have thought? And that's another thing when you're trying to do something. This is a way to make money. You don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows. And the only way you're going to know is you try it. Matthew is the dad of expert information. No, I'm not. I don't know shit. I guess. And that's what it is how do you guess? You go out and guess and hope. And that's why, to me, the downside, particularly if you don't have any money, because what happens when you don't have any money? You're struggling harder and you're looking for a sure win. And somebody who's convincing you, this is what snake oil salesmen are, because you're grasping for straws to get a win. And so you'll go into debt even further to try some harebrained idea that will get you out of debt. And it won't. And you just get into further debt. And it makes things worse. So you can't do that. You have to be ready to believe that it's going to be trial and error. You're going to try a lot of things to solve that problem. You don't know what the ones that's going to work until after you do it, not before. Everyone you hope will work before. I mean, I've written 100 books, and I was going to swear every one was a New York Times bestseller. God, I only made money out of 10 out of 100. So I know I'm wrong. And that's why, how do we get people to be comfortable to realize what they think is the best thing to do? It may not work. And how do we get experts to say that too? Hey, this may or may not work, but it looks like it's the best. It's the best thing I know to do. You want to do it or not? It's up to you. But it's the best. Studying this stuff for 50 years, this is the best thing I could see. But I still can't guarantee it's going to work. No idea. And that's we have to be grown up to do it, because that's the only way we're going to grow also, if we realize that. Because if we are so sure something's going to work and it fails, then we won't learn and we won't grow. It's like, fuck this. I'm never going to do anything of this again. And I'm going to get a shitty job or whatever. It's sort of like the guy with, talking to all these people, best experts in the world about his hand and being able to be in the Olympics again. They all said, no, he's got to give it up. All the experts in the world until we find this guy in Slovenia. See those Slovaks, man. And I don't know what he did. It's something, a healer. Actually, there's an Eastern European woman that I go into once in a while. It was a sort of a healer body person like that. It's hocus pocus to me. I don't know. There's a lot of things we don't know. We want to say it's science, and everyone, science changes all the day. Don't forget, science used to say the world is flat. That was the scientific, and you were thrown out of the church if you said it wasn't. So who's to say anything? So, but you have to make decisions to get on with world life, and you do the best you possibly can. And can you please go on to a podcast? Well, no one's asked me to. I have my own. That's nice of you to say. Let them know. But it's important that we also build up resilience, and you do that by failing a lot. You don't build up resilience if you think everything's going to work for you and you want the thing to work for you. Life's not going to happen all the time that way. You got lucky in circumstances. Too many other things you have no control over. That determines whether that'll be a success or not. So if you're not ready to get your ass up and try it again, then that's really the only key in life. That's why, to me, I try to get the hearts going more than the questions. Because if you don't have heart to get up and do it again, then it's hard to accomplish anything. Because there's something like a church service going on over there. I don't know if you could see that. It's like a parade, but it's not. It sounds mystical, or I don't know if you could hear it in the background. What's going on? They're holding, it looks like Christian stuff, because somebody has something like a big thing they're holding that I used to see in the Catholic Church. Maybe they're Latin or Spanish. Yeah. Can you please go on to, okay. Thank you, Kel. But I just want to help people do something in life so you can contribute as much as you can. That's all we're here to do, is to love as hard as we can and give as much as we can. And I do more of that as I get older, and I'm so grateful to be able to do that. And I'm glad I have a service that can help other people try to do that. Again, I can't guarantee you're going to get the money. I can't guarantee you're going to be happy. I can't guarantee anything. There's just too many external factors. It's just that these are the best sources. Hundreds of millions of people do this. Thank you, Pasha. And everybody makes money by telling you something else. And they're afraid to tell the truth because they think they'll be taking money out of their mouths. So you have to be a little comfortable with that and believe there's something bigger than just you getting as much money as possible. and in a capitalist society, that's a little tough to swallow. Everybody's playing a game trying to fill up the basement with money, and they don't know why. But and to get over that, and I just really saw it as myself. It's about building yourself and helping society somehow. And how can I do that? So I'm not here to pile up money. I got to feed myself. I got to feed my family, stuff like that. The basics. Got a place to live, and we have to do that first. But I find I'm mentally better if I'm giving and helping and stuff like that. So maybe that's just me, the way I was born. I don't know. I think all us humans are basically the same, just a little different degrees. I just passed you. Really, Jose? Where? He's watching me. He just passed somebody, all the people that are passing here. Okay, somebody just look at the chat. Somebody just passed me and said he saw me. Saw me live. I just passed you. Well, thank you, Jose Rojo. Nice. No, I went and spent a summer in Mexico at the university there trying to learn Spanish. And it was mostly gringos. It's a little hard to learn Spanish if you're a gringo in the midst of gringos. Yeah. But thanks for putting up with me. I enjoy doing this. I'll be here 30 more years. No, probably not. Probably 15. I've been saying 30 for a long time. And I want to keep doing this, nothing else. Thanks for any little support, but just help other people. Either you do it through me or whatever. It's just we all need that validation somewhere, a little comfort, that they're struggling like you're struggling. And that's what we want to know. I mean, I'm comfortable around people who admit they're struggling. I mean, this is why I wear the crazy clothes, because I know a lot of people think I'm an asshole, and that's fine. There's part of me that is and deserves that feeling. But there's another part of me that is this inside. And if I put that outside, then it attracts people who like that. And if you like that, then I know I'll like you. If you like me wearing $1,000 expensive suit, I probably wouldn't like you so much. But I used to do that because I thought that's what I had to do to succeed. And people who have those values, I feel I'm not comfortable with. So that's why I think what I call living inside out. This is why the clothing. I'm starting the clothing store. I haven't sold much yet, and I still have it. And I'll build it eventually when I get to it. I have too many other things. So last week I was fired in the essential job. 2 years. It was unexpected though. A little rent help would see. $5 meal and $20 buffet. What to send? Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, on the $5 thing, if you're looking for something, what you want to do is find the financial assistance help for your state. There's a $5 report on financial assistance and debt and things like that. Now, all those services in your state that help with that, you call each of them. And what they do is they're in business to help you solve that financial problem. That's all they do. They're in business. They know the programs, or will most of them. They won't know everything. That's why I have to call every one of them and then some. So when you call them, you ask them if they have programs or if they know of programs. See, these people not only can help you directly, but could point you to other programs. And that's the most important thing. So that's why I think lists are more important. Don't try to believe that you're just going to get this magic application to fill out. Forget even about applications at all. You'll eventually get there, but you have so many other steps to follow, and you don't have to worry about the applications because they're very easy when you get there. It's just that somebody put bad shit in your head. You think they're really complicated, and they're not. You just haven't seen the ones that you need. The ones you need, particularly the pay bills and expenses and all the stuff, the living stuff, they're only 1 or 2 pages, fill in the blanks. Don't have to worry about it. Finding where they are is the important thing. And that's what you have to learn, is how to find where the applications are. And you do that by getting the list. I mean, this is the best way I know, scientifically speaking, even though science is wrong half the time. So it is a better way to do it. That's all I could say. And you call each one of those offices, and it's a numbers game. It's like getting a job. If you say, well, who's the best place to get a job? Well, but who cares? It may not be for you. So you have to get a big list of people who are hiring and go down the list and knock on each one. That's the same way with getting grants. So you have to find all the people who know about grants or give grants in what your area is, and you see if they could help you. And that's what I do. I give you a list of all those people to do. Is there money in Las Vegas to repair my vehicle? I have a place, a report that shows you money, and there are some places with that and some other ways to do it. Now, another thing, though, is Turo, Turo.com. They have a program now that gives you a grant to buy a new car. How do you like that? Now, it's a little complicated, but it is. You don't need money. You don't need a high credit score or anything. You give a car, they get your car, and then they want you to put it on Turo and use it as a peer-to-peer. So you use the car yourself, and you make money on it. So it's really starting a business, getting a car, and getting a car, and paying little to nothing about it. And you don't have to be a high credit guy, and they want to help lower income people. Mr. Lesko, you speak common sense so effortlessly. Thank you. Oh, it's nice you say that. Can we share this video? Anywhere you want. That's what's so neat about it. I make a living plagiarizing. My first New York Times best-selling book was a book that you could buy for $35 down at the government printing office. It's called The Catalog of Federal Domestic Assistance. I took that, cut and pasted it, sent it to New York. They published it. Was in the bookstores. I went out and acted like a fool on TV shows. Made a New York Times bestseller list out of it. Didn't write a lick. See, nothing in the government is copyrighted. So you could take anything the government has and do anything you want with it. And that's the point. Last week I was fired. Okay, look how that is. There money for us? I got San Francisco. Me, John Stamos or Brad Pitt. What does that mean? I don't know. I guess they're two actors. I know. Whatever. Yeah. But. And the trick, I think, at least to me, doing life is shitty. It's a pain. It takes work. And that's why if people aren't lying to you about how easy it is, it'll be better to get through the shit. But everybody said, oh, it's real easy. You just do this and that. Oh, well, why are you so stupid and not rich? What is it? They were all stupid and not rich one time either, but they think they can make more money by making you believe you're stupid and they're not. Yeah. And that is, and that to me, the comfort in life. And maybe that's what these people were saying, on that last video I told you about the person still giving me money, even though he doesn't get a grant because he's in a community that he feels is like him, that they're struggling too, and they don't mind admitting it, and all these self-help groups, everybody, these coaches are telling you how to make $1 million. They haven't done shit except make $1 million from you. Selling you something that they don't know how to do. And that's why this country is so, what we do well is sell. And we got to start doing. Cars for Christmas is still alive, yes. And there's a lot of programs like that. So if you know Cars for Christmas, put it also like Cars for Christmas, yeah. And you see other websites like that. And then also look in your, go to 211 and also find help, is it? Or get help. .org, 211.org, and find help, get help, find help, maybe findhelp.org, and look for transportation, and cars and stuff like that. And that's another place, because a lot of these programs are local nonprofits that do this, not national. Cars for Christmas is a national. There's a couple other programs that are national too, or they're in a dozen or two cities. And then there's another program connected with one of those that gives car loans at very cheap rates when you have bad credit also. And that's available. So I have a report on that, but if you're not a member, just put websites like Calls for Trip. Oh, Pasha, you said some very comforting words, and I appreciate that. I mean, words are gifts from the heart to me, and they touch somebody else's heart like your words did. It is very special, and I appreciate that. Enjoyed your show and all the info and encouragement. Christine, thank you. I enjoyed doing it. Find something you love to do so you could give it full-heartedly. It's sort of like having a lover you don't love. I mean, you can't really love them hard, right? So you got to find a lover you love. And so work is like that to me. You got to find work that you love doing so you can give it hard. and giving hard is what we're about. But everything in our culture is, this is easy. Quit your job. Don't do this. Don't do that. You don't have to do anything if you do this. I don't think life is about doing nothing. That sounds a little boring. Only people say that because everybody hates what the hell they're doing. So your job is to go find something you love doing. That's hard, not easy, but it's a struggle. Just trial and error. Like, hey, it's dating. Try that one. Nah, didn't work out. Why? Oh, okay. Analyze a little. Try another. Didn't work. Nah. Oh, why? Analyze a little. Go. There's no shortcut. It's just trial and error, like learning to walk. My grandchild's 1 year old, just learned to walk. Yeah, watch his ass fall down 100 times before he got up there. Remember that happened to my kids. And that's when I said that doing anything in life that you're going to do never is like learning to walk. You're just going to have to fall on your ass 100 times. But people don't approach it that way because they talk to some guru. All you have to do is step 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're a gazillionaire. What took you so fucking long? I'll talk to you soon.